Gonna get into some topics here, y'all. We're gonna be talking about society today, and not in any good ways. Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about society and about some things that definitely should be talked about. So let me do something really quickly. Put this in the server. Just bear with me, y'all. I'm putting this in the Discord server. Okay. Okay, there we go. In the Discord server. Okay, now it is. Yeah, so there's quite a few things I'm wanting to talk about due to society. Things, that I've noticed, things a lot of other people have noticed. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is talk about these few topics, and we're going to, just kind of have a discussion about it. Or I'm going to, talk about some problems here with society. The first thing I want to say is the quote, "It really is that damn phone." That quote lives up to its name. It really is that damn phone. And this all started with the phone back in, give or take, about 2009, but it really exploded in 2010. And I'm just going to say this now, like, cell phones and as well as social media have completely and utterly destroyed the human race. Like, nobody seems to know how to have a discussion anymore. Nobody seems to know how to greet anybody anymore. It's all on the phone that they want to do. Like, if they want to talk to somebody, they would rather comment on your post, your social media post, than they would just telling it to you, in person or whatever. Like, a lot of times when the holidays come, a lot of people, they just call over the phone or, a video call somehow. And like, when it comes to family, that's not normal, y'all. That's not normal. And social media has really desensitized humanity. And what I mean is it's made people, it's almost like it's made people how to, like, forget how to do basic human needs, like hold a conversation, talk to people, reach out. It's almost like as if social media has completely made it to where, like, these people don't they don't they don't know how to have a conversation, like literally. And the thing that really infuriates me about it to no end is there's no solution to it. Like the damage has already been done. It's irreversible. Um, and I think that's I think it's really depressing. I think it's really depressing, and I wish that there was a solution to the social media and the phone thing. But like, think about when you go out in public, right? And then people, whether they're driving a lot of times or they're in the store or wherever they're at, right? Like, they're always looking down on the phone with a blue light in their eyes. It's just, there's a song I like. It's called Damage Done by I See Stars. And it's a very good metalcore song. And that's what he's talking about. Like he's in the subway and then like, all these people are on their phones, right? And, he's expressing his like frustration with it. And, like in the song, it's like, he talks about how in your eyes are blue lights. In your eyes are blue lights. And it's like, that's so true, y'all. That's so true. Like, in your eyes, there is blue lights. Like, everybody out here, that's what they're doing. Like, they're always on the phone. And they almost act as if this phone is like an extra arm or like an extra hand or like an extra limb. And it's like, that's that's not normal. Um, Another thing too, like about society that's not normal is, in my personal opinion, is like, they say that the social media like is supposed to connect people, but like it seems like all it does is divide. We're more connected now than ever, but yet we're more lonely now than ever. So it's like, it doesn't add up. Like because the thing is number one, people aren't using social media for the way it was meant to be used. A lot of people use it to be nosy. A lot of people are using it just to get dopamine hits. That's a big one. They're getting dopamine hits from it. And it's like, that's all that like it seems to exist anymore is like straight up dopamine hits. And you know, it's really depressing, I think, that it's honestly like this because I remember back in my day, like, riding bikes and, playing video games and stuff like that. Like, people wasn't, like I see these videos like back from my time or even before, when I wasn't even born, like you'll see them and they'll be like people just out in public socializing. It'll be like not a phone in sight, and it's like when you see those kinds of videos, like for people like me or maybe y'all watching the video, it's almost like you really miss that. Like you really miss it, so to say, and it's just it's really sad because the damage has already been done and there's no reversing it. Like there's no reversing it at all. And like people like well, even some people will even do on Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Like in America, they will. Some people will actually have like a basket at like the front door, right? And then they'll be like, "Well, put your phone in there," and it's like most of these family members are going to refuse. So they're going to get told to leave then because if that's all they're going to do, then they've got no business really even being here. That's and I don't blame them. Like that's it's pretty much true. They don't. And because it's like I've noticed that, even Christmas, y'all, like it's not the same as it was when I was growing up. And it's not necessarily, the gifts and all that. It's like, you don't even see a lot of people eh, decorating as much as they did like back in 2000, like the early 2000s and mid 2000s and stuff like that. They're not doing that anymore mostly. Like so a lot of people's not, and it's like some people's just like in it. They get gifts and it's just over. Like back in my day, you'd go to family and eat, which is I didn't really have the family to go eat with. But there were times I was at buddies and stuff like that, and I ate with them, or just stuff like that. So it really makes you think. Like these people, there was a study done. This guy, I forget the guy's name, but like I would love to find the YouTube video. If I do, I will. If I can manage to find it, I will post the link in the Discord server to the video, and I will post it in the link in the description if I find it. But it's about this guy. He studied human nature, and he went to almost every country. No, he did go to every country in the world. Yeah, he went to every country in the world and wrote down what he saw. And when he got home, he noticed that one thing was not different, and that was the people looking down at their phone, calling their family on the phone on video instead of going to their house to see them. And he talked about this, and he said it's not normal because us as human beings, we didn't, whatever you want to call it, evolve, which is I don't believe in evolution, but humans were not meant to do that, so to say, like with every single person they come across, like that. No, I mean, I can understand it for some people, like if you do talk to like people from other countries or something, but like someone that's like in your area though, or the same city as you or whatever, like that's not normal, y'all. That's not normal. And um it honestly it's just not normal. Like if someone was maybe sick or bedridden, um I could understand like them having to call their family. You know what I'm saying? Like I could understand that, but like these people, they're not bedridden that I'm talking about. These people are fully able-bodied, functioning people, that can easily walk or drive to their family member's house. Like, and like if you're not going to per se do that, like should you really be in these people's lives at all? Because that shows you don't have empathy, you don't care, you could care less about talking to them. All you care about is the phone. It's like and this is not like a hate on women video, but women are doing it really bad, y'all. I believe this is what I believe, based on all I've seen, based on all what others have seen that I've talked to, based on videos I've seen. The smartphone has really destroyed a woman's brain because, why does she need to go and get any attention from family, a man, a friend, any of that when she's got it right there on the phone? She's got it right there on the phone. She could get constant dopamine hits. So it's like, why try? It's gotten to that point, and men are doing it too. So it's not just women, but it's clearly it's affected women more because like most men don't really want all that attention. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women seem to want attention all the time, and not all of them, but like a lot of them, and before I got married, I could tell you, all kinds of stuff I've seen like that. Like, there's even people, men and women both, I've seen in the movie theater, and then they'll be like, trying like they'll be in a movie and they'll just be like this, just the whole time. And it's like, you come to the theater, you pay for a movie that's not probably cheap because the movies ain't really cheap anymore. And you get on your phone the whole time. You don't even watch the film. What sense does that make? And like, say you go out on a date with someone, and like, like ladies, if a man is just on his phone, you know, what's the point of the date? Why continue the date? Men, why, like fellas, why continue the date if the woman is on the phone all the time? Like, that the phone should not even be out in that situation. It should be probably turned off and put away because that shows that other person that you're genuinely interested, you're genuinely having a good time. But see, the thing is now we've got all these unrealistic standards with women. Um, and it's like plus the dopamine hits, the social media, all of it, it's all combined together. And it's created like this whole cocktail that's pretty much just destroyed men and women both. Like I was talking about before, like, most people will only talk to you just to be nosy. Um, Although that assumes dates are being had, but that's probably a topic for another day. Oh no, I'm going to get into that, math man. I was going to get into that now, here in a minute, actually. So no, you're good timing. Like, but like, if I was on a date with a woman, and she wouldn't even have to say, "Well, can you put your phone away?" Like she wouldn't even have to say that, y'all. Like, if I was really interested, because if I wasn't really interested, and I met her and then kind of talked to her a little bit, and then like I wasn't interested, I'd be like, "Hey, I don't really think this is going to work. Um, why don't we just go on our own way?" So like, but like, assuming that dates are being had, that yeah, like, because most of like a lot of dates aren't dates anymore because, especially with women, like this is not a like crap on women video, but like, women, a lot of women will literally try to get a man to take them to the most expensive place that they can find. They will order like 3 or 4 meals for themselves, order food for their friends or their kids. And it's like, these women have lost all manners, they've lost all respect, they've lost all common sense. Like that's not normal to do on a first date. Like that's just not normal at all. And I watch videos about this kind of stuff all the time, and I've seen it in public too. It's like this one time I was at Denny's, and they had some good breakfast food. I was eating some breakfast food, And yeah, women like that expect a man to pay for everything. Yeah, it's like it's honestly pretty sickening too, and it's just messed up. That seemed like the norm to them. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's really well, it is the norm to them actually, but it's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful to sit here and act like this. Like I seen this one video, this woman, she brought like she and her date came to the thing. Well, he had to go use the bathroom, and then her friends all come in. I mean, it's like 12 friends she's got, right? And then he comes, sits down. He's like, "Whoa." He's like, "Where'd all these people come from?" And she's like, "Oh, that's my friend. That's so and so. That's so and so, and then that's so and so. So on and so forth." And like, he was looking. He's like, okay, why are they here? And then the woman was like, "Oh, they're gonna participate in the date. If you date me, you date my friends. Like, I if you want me, it comes with my friends too, and you gotta take care of them too." And it's like the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm out. I'm out." And it's like I don't blame him. I'm out too. I would totally be out. Like, "Yep, see ya. Pay for it yourself. I could care less." Um, with my ex on our first date, we got pizza. We agreed to split the bill, but she never paid me back, and that was a while ago. Man, dude. And that's another thing too. Like a lot of women, they don't want to they don't want to go 50-50 anymore. That they've gotten a lot more greedier, and it's because of the dopamine hits. That's one reason. And the way society and the Matrix B system promotes all this garbage, and it's like, sorry, my ear is itching, y'all. But it's just I don't know. It's like people's just lost all common sense when it comes to dating. Like the dating pool today is absolute dog shit. Like, and I'm so glad I'm not on the dating pool. Like I'm honestly so glad. So it's like I'm glad that I don't have to deal with that no more. But I'll tell you another thing too. Dating sites are a joke. Like I feel like on dating sites, most people on there, especially women, because dating sites are more women now than men. And the reason why is because men have checked out. Men have checked out. Like another thing too, like men have checked out from a lot of things. You go to the clubs, a lot of them are just all women because they checked out. Parties, get-togethers, a lot of them they're done because they do not want the modern American woman. I often ask myself if being single today is a blessing or a curse. Well, I know if it was me, I would say it would be a curse. I mean I can be single, but it's like I don't really prefer that. I prefer to have a good loving woman. I think that's the way God made us. So, but like I said, thank the good Lord, I don't have to worry about that. But it's just dating anymore it's transactional anymore, just like friendships. That's another one. They're transactional. It's always, well, what can you do for me? What can you buy me? How much money can you spend on me? And it's just like, I'm still single. I feel like it's a curse, but at the same time, I'd rather have my peace. But here's the thing: if you're going through a curse, is it really peace? Blessing for avoiding the toxic and fake, but curse because, yeah, no connection and intimacy. Facts. Based, bro, based. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. You took the words right out of my mouth, bro. I appreciate that. Um, but like it's just I've been to certain day like I'll go back to the Denny's thing. So I was at Denny's and I was eating some breakfast, right? And like breakfast for dinner. And somebody I knew, their wife literally snatched the debit card from this guy's hand. This guy looked down. He's a beta male, obviously, and it's like literally spent like 70 something dollars in Denny's, like one meal on one meal. And this guy I knew him. He paid for my food as well, but I didn't order much. I just ordered like a sandwich, like a breakfast sandwich, and then a freaking shake. Like that was all I got. And because I don't eat a lot like that. And it was like, these people, like I'll tell you another thing too, like when you go in the restaurants even, are people really talking? I mean, yeah, you'll see like your rare cases of like some people talking, but it's not long. Like, like it reminds me of that scene from Twister, where he goes, it's barn burner. It's not going to hang out long. It's not going to hang out long. Like that's kind of what that reminds me of, because when I see that, I know it's not going to last long. They're going to get on their phone because they can't, their mind is not able to stay off of the phone for very long at all. Like it's impossible for them to do. And I feel it's the beta male's fault for letting her disrespect him like that. It is. It is. Because, dude, I can tell you now, if my wife pulled some shit like that, oh, man, I wouldn't be waiting till I got home to tell her what I thought. No, I would do it right there in the store. I would do it right there in public because, if she's going to embarrass me like that in public, I'm gonna call her out in public. That's what a real man would do anyway. But it's like nah, dude. Like it's not like good for a man to allow that kind of stuff. And they also put all these women on their bank accounts too. It's like because men, a lot of men, they want a woman, and then they fall for like a snake, a narcissist, or a covert narcissist. And it's like we've talked about those kinds on my channel before several times. Probably end up talking about it again. And they end up like moving all this money from the man's account to theirs. And then the man's like, hey, what the hell? Like, why am I missing so much money? Why am I missing this type of money? Or why am I missing so and so amount of dollars? And then the woman's like, oh, well, you put our accounts on, my name on the account. So I was just getting some of my money, and it's like, look, a man's money is technically not even be able to be talked about being both of y'all's money until at least you get married, at least. Like anything before that is just a no. Like you're setting yourself up for deceit, you're setting yourself up for failure, and you're setting yourself up to be bit in the ass. Like my wife, she doesn't ask for a lot of gifts like that, like a lot of women do, and like a lot of these middle class women do. And I'll tell you another thing too that's really effed up with society, is like these middle class women, I've noticed, they'll be married to a man, more than likely a beta male, who, they'll say, oh, well, the woman's the boss over me. And it's like, nah, bro, no, that's not how that works. Like the Bible says, that's the other way around, buddy. So, yep, yep, if you're not doing what the Bible says, and you're on that, yep, you're definitely a beta male. And I've seen these women, like they'll be married, but yet they'll be wearing these skin tight fucking yoga pants, y'all. Like, I mean, skin tight to where you can see, like, you could almost see you would see their asshole if they didn't have ass cheeks. Like, or, you could see their front area or whatever. You can see it all like they don't even have anything on. Put it that way. You just can't see the color of it. Like, but and it's like if they're married, why are they wearing that? But to get attention, that's why. To get attention from other middle class men, so it's like, and the men don't really care. Like, it's crazy, that's like, that's kind of weird. Like, that's some weird stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Like, I'm not saying that wearing yoga pants is wrong or anything, but like, it's almost like they're doing it like, because you'll notice they'll do it and they'll do, like, a lot of them will do these exercises, and it's like they're doing it while they're looking at another man. Like they're wanting that man to look or something. Like, women in the gym do this all the time. Like, I had a woman, she was good looking. She came into the gym one time. This is years ago, and she looked good. And she come in. She was wearing see-through leggings or whatever, and she was on the weights, and I was on the weights too. And I could see everything. She was wearing a thong. Like, I could see it all, y'all. And it's like, she kept looking at me like she was wanting me to notice. And it was really just really weird. Like, that's not a way to get a man, to be honest. Like, it's crazy because women dress like that to try to get attention from men, but most of it, not all men will give them an all attention. They just want if she just isn't a huge jerk. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I like, honestly, I can believe, I believe that these women are doing it, exactly what you just said, to get attention from men. Even when they're married, it's like, they're still doing it. And I don't know. I just I don't really agree with that, like, kind of way of doing. But another thing too is, like, you'll be in the grocery store, and like, you'll just be in there and just people be on their phone. And it's like, if you're not using a calculator on your phone, or you're calling like some disabled person and asking them like what they want grocery wise, you got no business being on the phone. Like it's just it makes no sense to me because, hey, how's it going, Storm? Because, like, if that's what they're going to do, then why don't they just stay their ass at home? Because it's like, you're in the fucking way. Like, sorry to curse, but like, you just are. You're in the way. Like, other people are in there to shop. They're in there to get groceries and go home. And it's like, you're sitting here standing in an aisle, doom scrolling. We're going to talk about that here in a minute too. And it's like, you're in everybody's way. Like, and most people are so stupid, they won't even say anything about it because it's so normal. Like, another thing that's not even normal anymore is like, walking up to a woman, like as a man, and, saying she looks cute, or, ask her out on a date, or ask her how she is, or you can't even do that to like, even make a friend, even let alone get a date, because it's not deemed as normal by society anymore because of the cell phones and all of that stuff. So it's like, I had this one girl years ago, and because, like, I'll be honest, my confidence was pretty low at this point because of all the shit I've had to deal with. And she was a very good looking emo girl. And, that's the kind of types I liked. And I don't really look emo right now, but I usually do. And it's just, it was a crazy experience because I walked up to her and I was like, is this where you buy tickets? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, what movies are showing? And, she listed out the movies. She's a very nice girl. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she like recommended a movie that I had already seen or was going to see. I forget. I think it was one I'd already seen though. And I asked her, I said, when can me and you get tickets? And she was just a blushing, just, smiling ear to ear. And she looked at me and she said, I'm going to be honest with you. I have a boyfriend. And she said, but I will say this, if I didn't, you would have had me right there. She said, that was really cute how you did that. That was really brave. She said she was kind of like old school, like, like a man trying to get a woman, like just walking up to them and, introducing themselves and all that. Like, and, that's what I did. And, yeah, so it was like, that really boosted my confidence after that because I told her, I said, I'm glad you were honest. I'm glad you were honest. And I could tell she wasn't just saying that like just to get me to go away either. Like, she actually had a boyfriend. And it was a cool conversation because not a lot of women would say, oh, I have a boyfriend. They would just cheat and that would be the end of it. Like saying a lot of the same thing for men. Like a lot of men would say, oh, well, I don't have a woman, but yeah, when in raw reality, they do. And I've seen also these videos, like, if you go out in public and you ask a woman, like, would you cheat for $1,000? 90 something percent of them say yes, that's $1,000. And it's like, that really shows what the social media has done, what society has done to women. Jezebel's spirit. Yeah, man. It's straight based, bro. So it's like, it's really sickening that society has honestly came to this point. Another thing I've noticed is like movie theaters are empty, literally empty. And the reason why is because of streaming. But the other thing is they can stream it from their home and they don't want to deal with nobody. They don't have to look at nobody. They don't have to deal with nobody. They don't want to talk to nobody. So they just sit there lazy ass on the couch and just rent it on stream. And it's like, if you were disabled, I would have no problem with that. Or like you had no legs or, or something like that. We're not really talking about people like that. We're talking about people who could go out and socialize, go out, enjoy themselves, get out of the house, and go watch a movie with somebody that they care about, or meeting up with a friend, or hell, even making a new friend or something. Like, but nope, they do not want to do it. They don't want to do it. They just want to sit at home and do everything on the screen. Like they don't by themselves. Like they don't. And that's why I say I feel like that humanity a lot has forgotten how to like talk to people. Um, and it's I don't know. It's really weird because back in my day, it wasn't like this, you know. So it's really hard to adapt to a world that's like this because it's like you're sitting here trying to adapt to something you're not used to like this, and it's like, you know, it's and also something that's not normal. Like it's not normal to be on the phone like that. Like a human being, honestly, like think about the phone. They literally put everything a person needs: a calculator, a calendar, you know, texting, calling, you know, internet, social media, like everything a person needs or wants, more than likely it's on the phone. And if it's not, it'll eventually be on the phone. So, I mean, it's like, you know, the cell phone in a way is sort of like a supercomputer. And it's just like a supercomputer you carry around in your pocket, and you just doom scroll all day long. You know, it's all by design. Like you just said, I was about to say that. And you know, it was carefully planned. It was carefully planned. And that's why I usually that's why I rarely use my phone at work. Yeah, I mean, like it's stupid, dude. It's stupid. Like even people at work, bro. Like I'll go into businesses, whether it's like the grocery store, the doctor's office, or hell, even the gym, dude. Like people are supposed to be working out at the gym, and it's just like, you know, just sitting there, just fucking doom scrolling, and it's like, you know, dude, you ain't gonna make no gains doom scrolling. Like you ain't gonna make it doom scrolling. You're not gonna get buff or nothing. You're not gonna lose any weight doom scrolling. Like you're not gonna accomplish a damn thing doing that. And just got on. Oh, hey, how you doing? And it's like it's really stupid because I don't understand why people are not rising up against this. Like it's crazy. It's almost like, you know, we're in jail and everybody is comfortable in the cell. Like there's a which is I don't watch these movies anymore now because of what happened with the whole thing with Michael Tate. But like I used to watch a film series called God's Not Dead. But there is one quote that I do still watch from that film because that old lady was right. And she goes, you know, she's talking about like sin. It's like a jail cell, you know, it's comfortable. There's no need to leave. You know, but one day it'll be too late. The door will slam shut and then that's it. So it's very similar to that because it's like, you know, um, I've noticed in public, y'all, like, every time I go, like, okay, so back in my day, I would go to the doctor's office. People would be like, you know, they'd be like conversing stuff, like conversing. You know, now it's just doing all that. That's it. That is literally it. Nobody's talking to nobody. Nobody's asking how their day went. Nobody's just saying a simple, hey, hello, how are you doing? Nothing. It's pure quiet. Like it's eerily quiet. Like all you can hear is like either the television on or the clock ticking. And it's like, you know, it's really bad. It's really bad. And I mostly use my phone for music. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I use my phone for music if I'm out exercising. Like I'm not even on my phone all the time. Like, dude, I don't even pay a phone bill. Like literally, I do not pay a phone bill because I have no need to pay a phone bill because like I said, the main person that I chat with is my best friend Rosa, and you know she's got, you know, Discord, and it's just it's not really a need for me, like a phone bill. It's not a need for me because I don't I don't call a lot of people. I don't have a lot of people in my life. It's not like I have a whole crap ton of family. Um, and I just pretty much use a texting and calling app, like when I need to make calls and whatnot. So I would yell at people when I was assistant manager if they were on their phone. Yeah, it's like another thing too, like people getting on their phone while they're driving. Like these people don't even give a damn. Like if someone's out walking, like I've seen this before in the town I live in now and then the town I used to live in. Like especially the town I used to live in, it was really bad. But like it was so bad that they've even done hit and runs because of it, bro. Like y'all, seriously. Um, like, and that's another thing too. Like, if they hit somebody, they don't stop anymore. They just keep going because they know they're going to get in trouble. So they don't want to admit to what they've done now because. And another thing too is the cops don't. You're not even supposed to be on your phone. It's actually illegal if you're driving. And the cops don't even reinforce this shit. They don't because all they give a damn about doing anymore is traffic tickets. They don't give a shit about anything else. And it's like, it's at least that's the way it is in my area. That's the way it is in the town I used to live in. Definitely. So it's like, it's ridiculous. I've seen people crossing the streets with their face glued to their phones. It's crazy. Yeah, they're not even looking if a freaking car is coming. Like if another car had come and whacked that person, they would never see it, dude. They wouldn't even notice it. Like it for real, dude. Like I honestly am kind of worried that one day that like I'm gonna just be out taking care of business, like going out paying bills or something, and then like just bam, somebody's walking across the road. It's just like they're gonna get squashed, like because they're on their phone not paying attention. When I was at Smoothie King, we had an employee that would hold their phone while making smoothies. I would yell at her, and one time she dropped $100 of berries on the floor. Yeah, I mean, I could believe it. They'll drop that way before they'll drop the phone. The phone is like it's almost like it's their second brain, like or it's their second heart. Like they can't do without it, and it's like I don't know. I mean, I'm me for one. I'm not on my phone all the time. Like, and it's like, they're not talking to that many people, y'all. They're not. What people are doing on the phone is A, being nosy, and two, doom scrolling. That's exactly what they're doing. And, because social media has made these nosy people, it, look, y'all, social media has really gave nosy people way more information than they need to have. Um, like it's ridiculous, and like I don't even like phones are people's god. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's like someone could come to my door and I won't even answer it because number one, I more than likely don't know them, and two, like I'm just not gonna. I don't really answer my door for people, like because it's like in the area where I live in, and especially the town I used to live in too, man, y'all like definite the town I used to live in. You get like drug addicts knocking on your door or whatever. Um, and it's like, yeah, pretty dumb, pretty dumb. Like, I don't. And I'll tell you another way. Before I get to that, I'll tell you another thing too. Like, back in the day, you would see people sit out on the porch and you would see them talk on the porch, whether it's about movies or whatever it's about. And it's like you rarely see that now, like rarely. And another thing too, like kids, you rarely see them playing with toys and riding bicycles. Like that you'll see it some, but like it's rare, because the reason is, why do you think the toy aisle is so bare when stores like Walmart or wherever? Like the reason that it's so bare is because kids do not want that shit no more. They want phones and tablets. That's what they want. Like these kids are getting phones at like 4 or 5 years old. Like, hell, even the plot of Toy Story 5 is going to be literally about how children do not want toys. They want phones and tablets. Like a tablet is literally the villain of Toy Story 5. And they know what the hell they're doing. The government and everything. Their plan worked brilliantly. It worked brilliantly, and they know it. And that's kind of one way they're just shoving predictive programming in your face, saying, "Ha ha, we got you." And it's like, I don't know. It's pretty pathetic, but. Yeah, I never see kids outside. Kids play phones and tablets. Yeah, that's all they do, man. Like, dude, they even have toy phones and tablets, like toys of phones and tablets. And it's like, if I do see them with a toy, it's more than likely that. Like, it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that this has happened. Take the movie Wall-E, where everyone is looking at screens. Yeah, and I'll tell you another one, like Incredibles 2, like with Screenslaver. Like, dude, that is definitely predictive programming. Like, they know what the hell they've done. Like, because of like in Screensaver and Incredibles 2, like if someone looks at the screen, they become mind controlled by Screenslaver. And like he can make them do whatever that he wants. And it's like, yeah, that's literally pretty much society. That's literally. Except that what's on the television is Fox News or CNN or some other kind of political bullshit, or fake news crap that they watch. Like, so, but yeah, like, it's really unfortunate. So, but yeah, like, it also makes you think, why these parents allow this, because anymore it's almost like that, that parents don't even raise their kids. It's almost like the government does. Because think about it, actually the government does, because think about it, like, like I said, I talked about before, going to a job is not normal. It's only necessary to pay bills. Like, or it's only necessary, like, if you can't get governmental aid or whatever, like, because if you're working if you're working like 20 hours a week, I would say that's pretty normal. There's not really nothing wrong with that. And it's like, it's just not normal, y'all. 40 plus hours a week is not normal. 1984 by George Orwell kind of predicted this too. Yep, he did. Very good book. Very good book. I've actually got some other books by him that I'm going to read, by George Orwell. Very, very good author. I really like him. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of like the you'll own nothing and be happy mentality that they have too, but anyway, yeah, it's like, if I was gonna if I was going to sit here and be on social media all day, y'all, I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be sitting here. I would literally be dead in the ground. Like, I don't care about social media. I don't use social media except YouTube and Discord, if you want to count that. Like, but see, Discord and YouTube is like stuff that's like, you can get educational stuff on it. Like, not only that, but like, it's more useful than garbage like Twitter or Facebook or, stuff like that. And it's like, I've seen a lot of people completely and utterly, genuinely just break down on camera on YouTube talking about how they have no friends. And and I'm not talking about online, like I'm talking about like in person. And it's like, I was actually going to do a video like that. But then again, if I do a video like that, it would be a lie because I've actually met a friend. So that would kind of be a slap in her face to do that. So I'm not gonna do that. My niece had asked me years ago if I could get her a PS5. I told her no, go outside. She was 14. She wanted to play Fortnite, and I was like, go play water gun fights outside. Me and my friend are working. I mean, it shows how addicted people are to their phones. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, as far as video games, though, I don't think it's really necessarily bad for a kid to play them. But if they're not going outside, I would say that's a problem. Like, when I was young, like I played video games all the time and I still get my exercise and go out. Like, I mean, hell, I go to a support group like 3 times a week now. Like, I literally went earlier this morning. And it's like, and that's the thing I really like about it too. Like, I've noticed at the support group, like there's one girl who's on her phone a lot, but like only when it's like free time during the group she's on it, but like all the others are not. They're not really on it, and um, it's it's really it's really nice to be in a support group where everybody's not on their phone. And but yeah, so it's like I was going to do a video like that about, I have no friends. And, when people do that say that, they're talking, more than likely they're talking about like around them, not online. Like I've got quite a bit of friends online, but like I've got like at least like 10 friends online, like at least like, and Rosa being my best friend. So, because it's like, my friend Rosa, I can literally talk to her about literally anything. And she's very understanding. And there's not a lot of people like that. And it's like, like a lot of stuff that I've told her, I wouldn't even tell these other friends. I really wouldn't. She knows stuff about me that nobody knows. And because it's like, okay, like say like all of y'all in the server, right? Say all of y'all in the server, like there's a lot of things you don't know about me, mental struggles and just a lot of struggles that I go through that a lot of you don't know about. But like, Rosa, on the other hand, she knows. She knows. She sat with me and heard me cry multiple times about stuff. And vice versa. I've done the same to her. And it's like, she she knows more about me than anybody, other than my wife. Like, I would honestly say that my friend Rosa probably knows more than my own mother knows about me. Like, that's how much we have talked about a lot of stuff. And it's my niece wanted me to come and visit. I told her if she did, no being on your phone while visiting, she got mad, or I guess that's what you're trying to say. But it's just it's crazy because I used to live in a town where there was nothing but middle class and drug addicts. And a tornado hit them. Didn't even change them. Literally. Like, as soon as they were done, like the tornado went through, they were gossiping. And it was like, I'm glad to get away from all that. I'm glad to get away from all that. Like, because that place was a hellhole. Literally. Like, but the place I'm in now is a hellhole too, so the people aren't really no better here either. So it's like it's crazy. You're moving back down to where the town that I was just talking about, the one that had the tornado, or somewhere else. I'm special. Yes, Rosa, you are special. You're my best friend. I love you. I appreciate you. But like, yeah, it's just it's crazy stuff. And James told me that while he was down there and people were asking for all kinds of drugs. I mean, I can believe it, dude. I believe it because that's just how they were. Madisonville, I wouldn't live there either. But those gossipers act like they have no common sense. Well, they don't, dude. They're fucking idiots. Like, they've got no common sense. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, I love you too, Rosa. But like, yeah, as I was saying, like, as far as like that video goes, I was going to make, I can't necessarily make it because now I have met a friend in the support group, and she's a lot like me. She's a lot like me. And I thought it was crazy that I met somebody like this in the support group. I really did. Like, she joined into the stream last night when I was talking about downloads, and I had talked to her again today at the support group, and I've got her on PlayStation and all that. She's a very nice girl, very nice girl. And she is I can't really say too much for privacy reasons and stuff, but she's a lot like me, and come to find out, she plays a lot of the same games as me, y'all. Like literally on PlayStation, and like Switch and all that kind of stuff. Like it's wild that I met someone like that, but um, I'm grateful for it. So it's like, I mean, I could still do the video and then maybe say I ended up getting one, like a friend in real life like that. But like, it's not like a person that comes to my house. Like I don't like I'm the type of person like I don't want a friend to come to my house. Um like I don't I'm not the type that like wants like a buddy to come over, so to say. Like, because I'm married, I don't really have time for all that kind of mess. So it's like, going to a support group and then the rest of the time we talk online. Like, that's cool, that's fun. But like, I don't know. I think a support group honestly is something really unique to have because um like because today was my second day of being at this support group, and there's quite a lot of people there, different ages, and a lot of them have like autism, like literally. Nothing wrong with that either. Um, and it but I was really amazed that this girl that I met played the same games as me. Um, so yeah. Um, it's like, but beforehand, I was planning on making a video. I have no friends. And that means in real life, like, not necessarily, not anybody to come over, but like, um, just, to, kind of be there or something. Like, because it's like a lot of people that I used to talk to, like, I found out, like, I couldn't necessarily do the same to them. And so it's like, I don't like put it this way, the main people that I'm there for, other than my wife, is the people in my Discord server. Literally. Um, like the people in my Discord server are literally the people that I would, drop what I'm doing and talk to them because these people in my Discord server, they're really good people. They're really good people, and there's a guy. He I'm not going to say put his business out there, but he joins the streams. Probably people seen him on there. His name is Noah, and he was talking in my Discord server once, and about how like certain things were bothering him and stuff, and it's like I was just sitting there playing a game, and I was like, oh well, hey man, why don't you hit me up, you know shoot me a text, or if you honestly have to, like if you honestly have to, um shoot me up a call, like because um a song that me and well, I liked it, but I introduced the song to her. Um, and a lot of times, you know, like if I'm having like a freak episode or a panic attack within the server, like I mean, my people in my server could tell you, I've had many, and you know, most of the time, the first one there, like always, it never fails. Rosa is like there within a split second. Um, you know, she is a wonderful woman. She's a wonderful woman. But like you don't meet a lot of wonderful people, so to say, like that. If I'm being honest, I'm scared I'm not in your Discord server. Yeah, my Discord server has rules and regulations. You have to meet the criteria to join. Um, but like, it's just I don't know, man. Like, y'all, it's like another thing too. Like, community is dead. You know, we've talked about that on the channel before. I did a whole entire video segment on it. Community is dead, and it's like, you know, the crazy thing is. The crazy thing is, like, I'm honestly genuinely shocked about the support group. I'm honestly genuinely shocked because, thanks. Oh, no problem, Rosa. No problem. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being there for me. You're a really good woman. And it's just y'all, it's just some crazy stuff because like I mean, if you can get a friend like this, honestly, like, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments. But if you can get a friend like this, you know, definitely do it. But like, as I was saying, one of our song, like one of my songs, like if you cannot tell, I'm a Rihanna fan. Like that's actually who's on my wall. And I've always been a Rihanna fan growing up. And I remember in 2005, you know, like I thought, you know, when I seen her, I was like, damn, she's hot. Like, but anyway, one song that she really has is a song called Umbrella. And it's a really good song because, you know, it's like, you know, sure, all these people, when you got something good going on, it's like they're there. And, you know, it's like, oh, you got something good going on. Well, cool. You know, I'll if you need somebody, give me a call. Or, you know, if you say you need some money, well, I'll sort you out. You know, that's what they'll say. But, you know, that's when the sun is shining. And y'all know what I'm about to say next. A lot of y'all know. What about when it's raining? Where are these people? Nowhere. Nowhere to be found. So it's like, you know, anymore, me personally, the only people that I'm necessarily there for um, is my wife, Rosa, and the rest of the people in the Discord server. And that's it. Because these people have shown me action. These people have shown me, not with their words, but with their actions. You know, words do not mean a thing. Actions do. And they're good. They're good people. They're really good people. And you know, it's like because I can tell you now. I'll tell you a little bit about something about Rosa. She I don't know. She might get a little squeamish if I share this little detail, but I don't. I think she'd be all right. I think it's all right, Rosa, if I share something. If I tell a like kind of like a fact about you, but talk is cheap. Yeah, talk is definitely cheap. Actions speak louder than words. Yep. My aunt and uncle aren't even helping in my current storm, even though they keep asking if I'm okay. Yeah, just simply asking somebody if they're okay, that's not enough. It's okay. Okay. So say I'm depressed and I'm not responding. Rosa will literally, I mean, this is okay. I mean, she's a female, so it's like if some dude was doing this to me, I would be kind of like, hey, man, like that's not cool. I mean, I get you're worried, but at the same time, like, hey, could you not do this? But she will send me, depending on how long I don't answer, tens, sometimes even hundreds of messages. And you know, that's real. That's real right there. That shows me that she agreed, Gigi. That shows me that she definitely cares. I don't like talking to guys too much about my problems. Yeah, I don't really either unless like we're like this. Like and it's like, you know, like I like y'all, I was actually talking to Storm the other day in the Discord server. Like I said a little bit about this on the download stream that I did about getting downloads. And you know, I talked to him like we was talking really deep. And we was talking about like some stuff that was like, you know, stuff I don't really know. I mean, I've talked to Rosa about this, but like I personally came to him and was like, hey, you know, I want to talk to you about something. And we talked about it, and then come to find out, like, we were more alike than I realized. Um, and I really enjoy my conversations with him because, you know, he gets where I'm coming from a lot of time. He knows what I'm talking about, and he seems to have a very good head on his shoulders for his age. He's actually, I think, the youngest person in my server. I believe. I could be wrong, but I do believe he is the youngest person in my server. So it's like, you know, they're all really good friends of mine because like I mentioned Noah. He's a good guy too. He's very cool dude. I don't know why he's not in the stream today. I wouldn't doubt he's sleeping. He sleeps a lot, but it's like I don't really necessarily like talking to about my problems to guys either because I don't know. It just makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like I would have to really be. I would have to really, really, really trust, um, like the guy friend that I would have, um, and it's like like two of my friends who joined this, like Noah and Gigi. Um, I've been friends with them for Gigi I've been friends with for months. And Noah I've been friends with I think I've been a friend to him for 2 months. I could be wrong. I don't know. But like these two individuals they've stuck around. They've stuck around. They haven't bullshitted me. They haven't, bullshitted their way in the server. They haven't, they're really good really good people, sorry. Um and that they're showing me with their actions that more than likely that I can trust them. Because it's like heck, I was just talking to Gigi, and I was just right here before this stream, actually, in a party chat on PlayStation, and we was talking about downloads, but like it's it it's really nice to have that kind of circle. So and I'll tell you another thing that these people, especially Rosa, especially her, God bless her, her and then the other ones I named, they have shown me that they're going to stick around, which is Rosa I've known for years, quite a few years. So it's like, used to I would look for friends online, and it's like, I just quit. I just quit because why do I need to keep looking for something I've already got? Like, because it's like, by me sitting here and saying, well, I'm just looking for friends, and then I'm sitting here looking for friends, and then I'm sitting here saying, well, I don't have any friends. I'm literally saying I don't have any friends to these people. That's kind of literally slapping them in the face. Like literally. That's kind of slapping them in the face. And that's my own fault. That's my own fault because of how like I've been betrayed in my life and all of that. So the thing is like there's a quote that I like to go by, and I plan on talking about this quote on the channel at some point. It's if you don't heal from the people who cut you, you will end up bleeding all over the people that care. And it's like, I mean, in my life, this has been true. This has been true. So it's like, my whole reason for bringing all this stuff up is because in society, this is not normal. It's not normal to have a good, caring friend. It's only normal anymore to have a transactional friend, like someone who can, do stuff for you, like say buy you food or, like the same thing with like the dating we talked about, like, woman goes up to a man and goes on a date with him, and then all her friends come out, and then now she's wanting him to pay for all their friends, and then their kids too, and then it's like, society's not normal, y'all. It's not, and it's honestly sad and pathetic, really is. But Rosa is a real one for real. Rosa is freaking based, Storm. Like, Rosa is based. Like, she's based. Like, she tells me all the time, like, if I was single, she would marry me. She tells me that all the time, dude. Like, she's a good woman. She's a real good woman. And it's like, like, I don't see a lot of people, so to say, like this. I believe it's been more than 2 months. I don't remember. You talking about for Noah? That's the only one I think you could be talking about. But like, Storm. I've known Storm, and I've only known him for. Gosh, I think I've known Storm for probably 2 months as well. Actually, I think I met him and Noah around the same time. And it's like, I'm finally building community, and getting friends, and like I mentioned earlier before, the friend that I met in real life, she's interested in joining the Discord server, because she meets all the criteria to join the Discord server. I know she'll abide by the rules. She believes the same way as me and a lot of the other people in the server. She's Christian, stuff like that, and obviously anti-woke, and like, that's another thing I really like about my server is, like, it's not huge, and I don't really want a huge server because, I mean, I'll take all the members I can get, but like, it's, if they meet the criteria. And if they meet the criteria, I will let them join. So it's like, I've even, like, basically when I invite someone to the Discord server, like, I will interview them. I will interview them and try to get to know a little bit about them. And like, I've honestly thought about implementing like a proof system, because I want it to be people who are like us, so to say. And but it's like, it's basically a server, me and fixing to be Rosa. She's fixing to be a mod. So so it's like, yeah, it's a small server, because see, in big servers, like, you'll sit there and talk in big Discord servers, right? And you'll be completely ignored. Like, you'll be ignored, and it's just ridiculous. Like, it's not really something that I would want to be a part of. Like, but with mine, it's like, everybody's friendly to each other. They talk, and most of the time, and yeah, it's like, I've seen servers where people pick on each other. You want the server to be safe too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that a lot of people, that's what they do. Like, it's just it's crazy stuff, but I have been on here an hour and 30 minutes, y'all. So I am actually fixing to end the stream, but it it's good to have that kind of community. It's really good to have that kind of community, and uh, I really uh, I really appreciate y'all on the Discord server. I really do. Um, like I would honestly say like it's kind of getting to the point like it's kind of like family in a way. Um, I don't know if these individuals feel the same, but I haven't really asked them. I mean, I know Rosa does. I know she does, so I can pretty much speak for her. But it's like that's just the way it is. Like I feel like that the server uh, is it's really good community, and yes, you guys feel more like family than most of my own real family. Yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying, Storm. I really do. Like that, I feel the same way, dude. I feel the same way, man. And um, I'm glad that I've gotten to know all of y'all. But GG, you never answered me about your comment. What's been more than 2 months? Um, I'm still trying to figure out what you're talking about. Um, but yeah, um, it's just, and I'll tell you another thing too. I really like how uh, it was me. Well, me and Rosa do this all the time, but me and see Gigi. Why is that person beating on someone's door? Um, see Gigi, Noah. I think Storm might have been there. I don't know. Dude, we've known each other more than 2 months. I've known you since like this whole year, at least. Um, but dang, somebody knocking on the door over there got my mind all it screwed my mind up there for a minute. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, I really liked when we watched the Joker motivational videos. Um, that was a blast. I really had a blast doing that, and showing y'all like the truth and the Bible studies that we do in the server. So it's really good. It's like now I've got someone I know in real life who fits the criteria of the server and who wants to join the server. She wants to join some of the Bible studies, and um, she she's into it, and she today like we was talking about Pokemon cards, um, because I used to have a whole bunch, and but she's a really she's a really nice girl. She's a really nice girl, and whatnot. But and then like I met this one guy today. I'm supposed to chat with him sometime today. I don't know. He could have messaged me by now. Uh, like no, he hasn't messaged me yet. I don't think. I don't know. Um, But yeah, I'm supposed to talk to him. I don't know if I'm talking to him tonight or tomorrow. Um, but yeah. So it's like, why is that person banging on that person's door? Anyway, my neighborhood's weird, y'all. uh, but it's yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a video about friends and stuff like that too. Like I've got a lot of topics lined up, y'all. Like you wouldn't believe. I've got a lot lined up, so it's like it's gonna be a wild ride, y'all. Um, and like and for the people watching this after the live stream is over, if you meet the criteria of the Discord server, contact me. Contact me, see if you meet the criteria for the Discord server. And if you do, then you're in. But it's like you got to meet the criteria. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I am going to end the stream here. I'm wanting to play some more Twisted Metal 3, so I well, I mean, I might play that. I don't know. I might actually stream a little bit, y'all. Like, I don't know. I might. Um, I'll know when I get in there. But it's like I'm not around my PlayStation right now. I'm in my recording room. So um, but it's just like yeah, I appreciate all y'all. I really do. And it's like y'all in the Discord server, like I said, I appreciate y'all a lot, and y'all are good company. Um, so, but yeah, I don't know. I may stream. I don't know. I was in a party with Gigi. I don't know if he's wanting to join back or I know he said he had to do something, but I don't know if he's wanting to. Are you wanting to join back in the party or what? Yeah, I love you too, Rosa. Sure, I'll join. Okay. Yeah, y'all got to listen to me talk, and you pretty much got to stare at posters of Rihanna for almost going on 2 hours now. Uh, um, but that's just a joke. Anyway, yeah, it's like I got like the whole wall almost of like photos of Rihanna, like just certain ones, that I really liked, like where's that? Yeah, like this one over here. Let me see that one right there. Yep. Yeah, it actually took me a while to get that stuff printed out actually and hung up on the wall, but so at some point I'm gonna put like some pink lights around here and whatnot, because pink is my favorite color. I mean, my glasses are in pink, so but it's like yeah, I like pink. So, but yeah, I mean, my glasses are pink, so who cares? I don't care what haters say. I don't have no time to deal with them. But yeah, it's like you just you gotta try to find your soul tribe. You gotta try to find your tribe, and it's like I've definitely been doing that. I think I've been finding my soul tribe. So don't give up on finding your soul tribe. Whoever sees this video, I know that society is not normal. I know that there's a lot of things in society that to go over that's just not normal, like the stuff, like similar to the stuff we just talked about with like the phones, doom scrolling. Um, so it's like, yeah, you know, because it's not normal really necessarily to not exercise and go out of your house and just stay cooped up in your home. Stuff like that. It's just that kind of stuff like that is not normal. It takes a very big toll on your mental health and it makes you depressed. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I think this is a good stopping point. So I will touch base on this topic again if you guys feel like I should. I mean, I probably will either way, but that's up to that. I'll let y'all put y'all's opinion in too, obviously. But yeah, it was a good stream, y'all. So uh, I will I'm gonna get off here now. I will send you that party invite, GG, when I get off here. I'll have to get something to drink, but yeah. But anyway, it was good. It was good talk, y'all. Very good talk, and I will definitely DM you, Rosa. I know that's what you're gonna say. So, yep. Anyway, I'm going to hop off here, and I will see you all next time.